Hey y'all, little extra kind of bonus video for you. I have some Marilyn Pop Art Andy Warhol boots to finish up, and I just wanted to show y'all kind of how I do that. So these are some little Marilyns. I make them a sheet all the same color, and I'll do like, these were probably 6 at a time, and I've used a lot of them, but this is what I still have, so we're gonna, oh, I love that one so much. Oh, I love this one too. It's like really like overexposed. And this is kind of more classic. This I love with like the blue skin. That's this one here. And you can see I have them numbered to kind of keep track roughly. I do deviate a little bit, but it kind of helps me sort of like know that's 4. Let's see, that's 10 is this one here. So it kind of helps me roughly know what I'm doing. Like you can see 8. I kind of follow that color scheme so that I don't get too lost. This one, number 6, you can see her there. So yeah, that's my little stack of Marilyns. And so I do one color scheme on a bag, so then I can mix and match them on the boots. So I've got some E6000 here, and I've got my boot. So now I'm gonna start peeling and sticking. I've got my trusty toothpicks. I've got I don't really pay too much attention to matching the colors up. They do kind of roughly, like this one kind of looks like this one, but I kind of do it however I feel like doing it. Okie doke. So this one is a big one. It's got 12. The other ones, this one, let's see what we're doing today. This one is 12. That's going to be the big one. This is 3 by 3, so this one's 9. You can see those two kind of are similar. And then this one, she is gonna be, and I already started doing her, so I have to make sure I don't duplicate, but I started doing her and didn't finish her. But she's just gonna be 8, 2 by, I say just 8. She's gonna be 2 by 4, and then she's got a big one over here that I might frame, we'll see. And then this one I've put the Andy Warhol. I might do those, we'll see. We'll see if I get to that. Anyway, so let's get started on that. So the black and white I'm gonna put up here in this spot. Again, I don't feel the need to like exactly follow, but it's not bad. I will say, okay, some of these might not peel as perfectly because I do these pretty quick, because this is kind of a fun one for me. This is kind of a de-stressor for me. All right, there we go, that looks good. Let me get myself a scrap piece of plastic to use for spreading these thin. All right, scrap piece. That one's glued shut, so I'm gonna come back to her. This is why I use the minis, because if I glue a big tube shut, I'm very frustrated about it. But if I glue a mini shut, it's not such a big deal. All right, gonna spread the glue on there. Spread it all out. Don't let it fold on itself. Easier said than done. And I spread with my toothpick to the edges, and I pick her up, and I just place her in her little square. And she looks like she's slightly, let me see if I want to trim her a little bit. It's not a huge deal, but I do sometimes kind of trim her to make her fit. There we go. Easy peasy. So next up, oh, I should be smart about this. Let me see. One, two, I need to put one of every one on her. So let me go, all right, in order. So she's gonna be next. Again, it's not exactly the same. I sort of roughly follow the color palette so that I can kind of relax. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Oh no. Oh, if a transfer folds in on itself, there's not much you can do. Lucky I have extras. Let me see if she'll peel apart, but probably she won't. You guys always ask me what to do about this, and the answer is try not to cry. She's toast, I'm afraid, but that's how it works. That's why I make a lot of them. Like I have 3 boots right now, and so I can't let another one fold in on itself, but I can take one of these and be okay. Okay, so carefully take her off. There we go. spread the glue. With a toothpick, I spread it to the edge. There's a few little lumps in there I'm gonna take out. Switch to a fresh toothpick, get them to the edges. And if I don't get the glue all the way to the edges, it's fine. I can touch it up later. It's just a little easier if I get it on the first go. And then she goes right there in her little spot. So far, so good. And then let's see. I guess we can keep on going in order. Do I want to kind of lay it out and see? Maybe I'll kind of lay it out and then glue them down. All right, so she is number 8. She goes kind of on this blue, approximately. Now you're gonna notice some of these don't connect, so they're harder to peel. That's because I went a little too fast and I didn't do, if you take my transfers class, quiet bud. We're having a little bit of, you know, big feelings about our game, and that's fine, but we gotta be respectful of the whole household. Okay, so she is gonna go there. I just wanna lay these out because I don't wanna accidentally put like 2 of them that are too, like I don't wanna put this one next to this one, which is not a big deal, but I just kind of don't want to do it. And this one. These 3 are all very similar. And of course, in the print, sometimes they would be similar, but let's not do that just in case. All right, this fabulous, this is one of my favorites. I keep saying this one's my favorite. Ooh, this one's my favorite. Ooh, that one's my favorite. She's gonna go right there. Oh, she's gonna need a little bit of a trim. This is good that I'm doing the layout first because then I can see who needs to be a trim. Like I said, I trace these pretty quick, and I'll probably show y'all what it looks like when I trace these because I kind of do them a little blobby so that they have that sort of screen print quality to them. There we go. Looks good. And then she's gonna be kind of a normie, and I'll use one of these since I only have 2 of these I need to use on my, she needs to go on my, my 12 patch girl. Okay, she looks good. She looks good. I promise I'll give you a little glue. I just don't want to quite commit to you quite yet. All right, and then I've got 2 different ones here. I'm gonna put this purple skinned one is gonna go on top of, who do I wanna put there? Let's see, let me see what 4 looks like even. All right, I'll put the purple on top of the pink. And these are hard to peel because I did them pretty quick. You're gonna go there, pretty. Let's see. And then who else? Number 10, let's see. Let me place these girls strategically. I'll put her down there so she's not right next to her. And then I'll put, it's like doing a seating chart. You gotta not put people next to each other who don't like each other. Then I'll put you there maybe. I'm not married to that. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, I see. This is supposed to... Guys, we're being too loud. Hey. It's all right. Just cool it off for me, please. I don't want to be shouting over you, but I'm glad you're having fun. All right. I think I'm gonna swap these 2. And then I'm gonna swap these 2. It's like a logic puzzle, you know, I don't want like 2 flesh colored ones next to each other, but all right, almost there. So this goes on top of this pink, but I don't want to put, I'm going to swap her, so I'll leave her here. Okay, oh dear. Okay, and then I've got these 2 left. Yeah. So I'm gonna put her up here and her up. Okay, so that's my last two. Let me scooch those over there and start gluing these girls down. So it's a little bit, you know, this part is a little bit, tedious isn't the right word. It takes a little bit of planning, a little bit of thinking. Though, of course, if I just put these on in whatever order I wanted, that would probably be fine too. But I like to think about it. I like to make sure the composition is balanced. She sits there. And you can see individually these look kind of blobby, but when I put them all together, I think they are very fab. Okay. Do I want you to be... I can't remember if I had her here or here. Doesn't really matter. I'll put her here. No, I don't like the way the yellow hair shows up better against the purple square. These squares, I just make a bunch of brightly colored squares. I kind of roughly follow the colors that are in the print, but you know, I'm not sweating it. I'm not too worried about that. These are thin in spots though, so I have to handle them pretty gently, and that's my own fault. I mean, fault is the wrong word. I know that I'm going to be handling them, so I know to be extra especially gentle. But you can see the holes in them. That's because I went quickly. If you do it the way I teach you to do it in class, that won't happen. But, you know, sometimes we don't do it the way I teach it in class because we're doing it a little quick and dirty for funsies. And that's the thing. Whenever I teach a workshop, I'm like, hey, I'm just, you know, I'm not the boss of you. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm not going to call the glitter police on anybody. But I just want y'all to be aware of kind of what tools are available to you. And that way, if you're doing a really special one for like a VIP or like someone's getting married or someone's graduating and you want to make a really special little something for them, you know kind of what steps to take to get the cleanest possible transfers or the cleanest possible, you know, whatever you're making. Come back here, you. Just floating Marilyn heads all over the place. Almost done with her, and then she needs her trim, her black trim on the lower edge. I need to check and see if I have any black trim here. Almost done. And she's poking up a little bit, so I'm gonna add a little bit here. Pretty. And then my last two are this kind of pale one that I'm gonna put on top of the lavender, if I can get it peeled. These are tricky to peel because they are not thick enough. Learn from my mistakes. Mistakes is, again, the wrong word. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was doing it too fast. All right, we got her. We got her, and I'm going to put that on the purple so that the purple skin on the other one is over the yellow. And then she's transferred. And I'll let that sit a little bit and check for any spots that need a little extra glue. Do. Cutie cute. And my last one is going to be this purple one. Come on, girly. Get a good peel started. That's what happens when you go fast and make them thin. So if you're running into this, it probably isn't thick enough and consistent enough. But if I'm careful, there we go. I can make it work. So I have kind of a tear there. Oh yeah, I really rushed her. That's okay. You see how it's separating? That's what happens when you don't connect your transfer. This is what I talk about in my workshops. This is why, there we go. This is why we do it the way Nori teaches us in transfer class and not the quick and dirty way Nori does when she's being a little bit lazy. But that's okay. All right, ooh, come back here. I've got a little tear there, but once I glue her together on the shoe, the tear won't show anymore. There we are. Gentle, easy breezy, beautiful pop art girl. All right, so that's one done. I mean, done with her transfer. She needs trim, she needs to say Andy Warhol. I like it to do this on a shoe that has this kind of heel so that I can make the Campbell's soup can on the heel. And I'm gonna write Muses 2027 and put the kind of silver, like I'm gonna make it the Campbell's soup. That's what I like to do. Okay, let's see. You have already gotten one of these, so we're not doing another one of those. Oh, let me do the 9x9. That's what I need to do. Let me do the 9x9. Okay, clean up, move the gummy, throw her away, unfortunately. Okay, let's keep it rolling. She's gonna go over the pink here. Okay. If your transfer's doing this, it's not thick enough. Oh yeah, these were, boy. I did these kind of towards the end of Carnival to calm myself down a little bit because they're good Zen. I did not get these finished I did some of them. Some of them went on some shoes this year, but I can see that these were a de-stressing moment for me. Okay. She's gonna go over, let's see, maybe there. That's pretty good. I'm trying to find where she doesn't fade in. A little bit of fade in is not bad. Like, you know, you can see this, her face is the same color as the background, so that's not a huge deal. But, you know, okay. She got one of those. She's gonna get one of these. And if I really was getting aggravated, I could touch them up and fill them in a little bit so that they were easier to handle. But it's all right. I would certainly never sell these like in this state. If you buy a transfer that I made, I promise it's gonna cooperate with you more. All right, there we go. But I, of course, am not gonna sell the Warhol transfers for very obvious reasons. Let's see, you can go maybe there. These are just for funsies, not for selling. Oh, there we go. Cute. All right, I've put one of those, put one of those, put one of those. You're a maybe. You come here. I like that. Just floating Marilyn heads, floating around. All right, the purple goes over pink. I think I'm gonna actually scooch her. She's got some pretty big holes in her because I didn't do her right. So I'm going to scooch this over here so that it just looks like blue eyeshadow. Because I don't know if y'all can tell on this scale. This is what happens if you don't fill your transfers to the edge. See how like her lips are coming off? This is turning into a what not to do, but that's okay too. We learn from that. All right, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. I want to do the black and white one on there. Oh, I definitely want to put that one because that's one of my favorites. She goes over lime green. Nice, 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 nice. Perfect. I want to do, oh, I really like that one too. She's going to go over blue. Perfect. I'm going to trim her a little bit so she's flat along the bottom. And if you're trying to get a really clean edge, I know I talked about it on the live with the label on the crawfish boil, but you can cut, if you can't trace that straight of a line, you can always cut it. And then you get a like straight line. Okay, I'm gonna do the black and white one here, and then who's going here? Maybe you? Yeah, you're good. You're a good choice for that. Well, you're so thin. Okay. All right. So I'm peeling carefully so I don't tear her. And you're going to go right there. I love that for you. And then you are going to go right there. I love that for you. Letting the transfer come off with the transfer. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. With my scissors, I'm just cutting that edge because that blob got a little blobby. Okay. Perfect. Take my pile, put my pile out of the way, and squeeze my last little bit of glue out of her. Start at the top. Start at the tippy top. And when I switch to a new tube of glue, I will maybe also switch to a fresh piece of plastic because I've got some little stickies on here that just might make my life more complicated than I need to be making my life. Okay, do. Alrighty. 1 down, 8 to go. All right. And you can maybe hear me going and moving the feathers out of the way before I stick stuff down because I don't want the feathers to get in the way of the transfer. All right, fresh piece of plastic. And by fresh piece of plastic, I mean a new piece of plastic that is scrap plastic for this purpose. Okay. A little bit wacky. I can only do this on really big transfers like this. Ooh, that's way too much. That's okay. This is a fun exercise in seeing Nori do some wacky stuff that I wouldn't recommend doing. You know, a cautionary tale can be its own form of education. All right, gentler. All right, there we go. Gentler. This one was glued at the top, so I cut the bottom and I'm squeezing it out carefully. Oof, my cardinal is back. I hear her. I do kind of check my YouTubes quickly to make sure there's nothing like egregious in them, but I need to, come on, don't fold in on yourself. Don't fold in on yourself. Do I have another green? I have 1 green left. Let me see something actually. Oh. I wonder if I can, yeah, I can probably glue her together. This is crazy transfer surgery here, but sometimes we do crazy things. This is one of those times. Okay, you look perfect. And then we're gonna fill you in. Oh, tiny, boop. So I had one transfer that folded over and weirdly the same transfer folded over. So we're gonna piece it together. No shame in that touch-up game. Looks great. We turned 2 messed up transfers into 1 functional transfer. That's making lemonade out of those lemons. Okay. Almost there. Cute, 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 cute. Ooh, windy. Weather's coming in. Gorgeous. Yeah, the cutting open the bottom of the tube method, not exactly plan A, but y'all know how I don't like to waste anything, so it's an option, it's a possibility. You know, use at your own risk. You cut open that tube and what happens, happens. Okay. Okay. And there she blows. And I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to do the other one the same way I did these, but she's not super exciting. She just needs basically the same thing these got, but in slightly lower quantities because she only needs 6. But I want to take my time and really play with that without feeling like y'all are watching me be ridiculous in here. So thank you as always. I'll see y'all later.